Yep, we're on right now.
Alright, but don't put any of this in.
No promises.
Hey, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nate.
And this is Foosball Focus, your source for foosball news, statistical analysis, highlights, and everything foosball.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos. And if you want to be entered into this month's giveaway, make sure you leave a comment on this video down below.
Nate, was there any news this week? Any tournaments go down nationally? What happened? Tell me.
Actually, Joe, there was a big deal in Atlanta for $5,000.
$5,000?
$5,000!
My house doesn't even cost $5,000.
You should look into renovating. Yes, last weekend, Todd Lafredo and Alan Reese challenged Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers to a best-of-9 tournament for a pot of $5,000.
Man, that is insane. I heard it went all the way down to the final game.
Yeah, it definitely did. The 8th game was crazy. You guys should make sure to watch the video, which we'll have linked at the end of this video.
Also, one thing I did hear about that was it got the most live viewers of any streamed foosball ever in history, ever. Jim Stevens, you are a god, sir.
Alright, it's the first week of the points race. The points race is a 3-month-long event where players accumulate points every week for playing foosball.
Now, the player with the most points by the end of the season wins the race. There's also prize money for first, second, and third place.
This first week's tournament was a BYP where you needed to organize a partner ahead of time.
Each week, we will be recording one of the matches which we deem to be the most interesting match to watch, and it will be featured in our Match of the Week section. This week's Match of the Week was for 4th place or better, so let's meet the players.
Alright, on the left side of the screen we have Chris Havel and Caleb Smith. After watching Chris on last week's episode, you can see he's mainly a forward who can shoot either the snake shot or the pull shot very well. Caleb started playing about 7 years ago and is now one of the strongest goalies around. He has great blocking skills and is definitely considered a scoring goalie. When he does get up front, he shoots a pull shot.
And on the right side of the table we have Justin West and Evan Fischer. Justin has been playing for 10 years and is a forward by trade. He shoots the snake shot about as well as anyone else around here and is known for having a strong 5-bar passing series. Evan has been playing for 10 years and can play either position pretty comfortably. His main strength is his 5-bar passing, but he's equally adept at playing a solid goalie style which emphasizes passing and clearing over scoring.
Please don't forget to watch the match in full before watching this highlights video and statistical breakdown. This way you definitely won't miss anything.
Alright, so let's crack on with the highlights.
So, Joe, Justin and Evan came out on top in this match. How do you feel about that win?
Actually, Nate, it was a pretty tight game, and both goalies made a lot of blocks. It really could have gone either way, but in the end it was Justin who took control of the match in the third game and helped his team advance to the loser's bracket final.
Alright, you talked about how the score was close. What were the numbers like?
Yeah, Nate, looking at the stats for game 1, you can see both forwards struggled to score the ball. Justin was 2 for 7 for 28%, and Chris Havel was 1 for 7 for 14%. It really did seem like neither goalie was putting a foot wrong, and the numbers prove it. You can see here, looking at the goalie stats, excellent blocking, no turnovers, and no getting stuffed. That is what you want out of your goalies. In what was a pretty dogged, gritty opening game with a few sloppy points, it was Caleb actually who almost single-handedly won the first game for his team with 4 points from goal. The second game was much of the same really, solid goalie play with a few sloppy breaks. Although Justin began to pass better than Chris, they were shooting very similar numbers. The difference in this game is that they kept Caleb off the scoreboard, and I also think that Evan scoring a point from forward position ended up proving vital.
Alright, so Chris and Caleb won the first game 5-3, and Justin and Evan came back to win the second game in a close game of 5-4. How did the third game turn out, Joe?
Yeah, Nate, game 3, just like I said at the beginning, was all about Justin West. He suddenly found his rhythm on the 3-bar and converted 100% of his chances, 4 from 4. Not only that, but he scored a point from the goalie position, as well as making a pass from the goalie position up to Evan, in forward, who took a timeout to let Justin get back up there to score. At 3-2 in that final game, Justin and Evan caught a lucky break, which gave them a 4-2 lead. I think this really did kind of knock the stuffing out of Chris and Caleb a little bit, and in the end Justin and Evan ran out comfy winners in the third. At the end of the day, foosball matches are mostly won from the forward position, and overall Justin proved to be more efficient in this match.
Alright, there you have it. Congrats to Justin and Evan for winning this match 2-1. Unfortunately, after winning this round, they couldn't go all the way and ended up taking a well-deserved second place. Here's how everyone else finished tonight.
So, myself and Troy are off to a perfect start with 8 points. Justin and Evan on 7 points, with Doug and Mike taking third for 6 points. Everyone else takes 5 points for showing up, and that completes the standings so far.
Now next Wednesday's tournament will be an open DYP at the almighty 12th Street Pub. That means you can show up solo and we'll assign you a partner. It's likely that either Joe or Troy will have to surrender their lead at the top of the points race, so if you want to find out who ends up on top after next week's tournament, make sure to tune in next Monday.
Okay, and there you have it guys. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe in order to show your support and win free things.
Alright, now I'm gonna go wash my rods and clean my ball. What?
Wash my ball. That was so good. That needs to be it.
Alright, here's the link to the Atlanta $5,000 match between Todd Lafredo and Alan Reese versus Ryan Moore and Chris Blowers.
Alright, and if you missed episode 1 guys, here is a link to that video. Please watch it, like it, subscribe it, and comment.